SanDisk is trending sharply after delivering a decisive earnings beat and issuing an upbeat outlook that reinforced its position as a key beneficiary of the AI driven memory boom. The rally has ignited heated community debate, with bulls arguing the move reflects a once in a cycle growth inflection for NAND, while skeptics may be running ahead of fundamentals after an almost parabolic advance. Momentum accelerated following SanDisk's Q2 FY 2026 results, which showcased the strength of AI linked demand across data center and advanced consumer applications. Revenue came in at $3.02 billion, comfortably ahead of expectations, while net profit surged an eye catching 672% year over year to $967 million. Management highlighted robust pricing, improving mix, and tight industry supply as major tailwinds, particularly for high performance NAND used in AI servers, enterprise SSDs, and edge computing. Gross margins expanded meaningfully, reinforcing investor confidence that this cycle is being driven not just by volume, but by structurally higher profitability. Adding fuel to the rally was SanDisk's announcement of an extended manufacturing and supply partnership with Kioxia, aimed at securing long term NAND capacity in an increasingly constrained market. Investors interpreted the move as both a defensive play against future shortages and an offensive strategy to lock in supply for hyperscale and AI customers with multi year demand visibility. The extension strengthened the narrative that AI is no longer a short term catalyst, but a multi year demand engine reshaping the memory landscape. On February 2, 2026, shares surged another 16.07% during regular trading hours, building on the more than 20% jump that followed the initial earnings release on January 29. Trading volume spiked well above average, signaling strong institutional participation as funds repositioned for what many see as the early stages of an AI driven NAND supercycle. Bulls point to accelerating AI adoption, disciplined capacity additions, and improving industry structure as justification for higher valuations. At the same time, cautionary voices are growing louder. Bears argue that expectations have become stretched, warning that any slowdown in AI capex, easing of supply tightness, or normalization of pricing could trigger a sharp pullback after such a rapid run. As a result, SanDisk now sits at the center of a polarized debate. Whether this surge marks the start of a sustained re rating for memory stocks or a crowded trade vulnerable to profit taking once the AI euphoria cools.
Okay, so the stock is up 15.7%. It has pulled back from the highs it printed this morning. Yeah, intraday high 676. It actually hasn't retested that. Yeah, 676 printed on possibly the 29th. Yeah, possibly the 29th. Thursday the 29th. Seems that was the day it printed. I think so. Yeah. Okay, so what we're looking at right now is, yeah, quite a liquid stock. Quite a liquid, yeah. We have not so liquid. You want a spread of 1 cent, but we have more than that. So people are buying the stock anyway, regardless of liquidity or the lack thereof. You know. So let's see now. It hasn't been trading. It has been trading publicly for a long time. It was just spinned off October of 2024, I think. Yeah. But in any case, we can see that the underlying trend is a strongly bullish one. What we can do is just go and have a look at its daily chart. Or before we do that, we can just go down and see. Okay, well, before we do that, the extrapolations, we don't have any extrapolations to the upside. We have only downward projections because the stock has gone parabolic. The algos we are using are going to adjust to that because the stock is now trading way beyond the boundaries it normally calculates So with time, it might adjust, but for now, it's not. The stock has gone parabolic, so anything can happen. A sharp reversal can equally happen as well. Let's have a look at its weekly chart. Yeah, it's really going to look scanty. Yes, equally scanty as well. Here, only downward projections, 75.59. Yeah, it's a technical technical situation. Okay, here I can see the 4 hour chart. It hasn't gone. The algos are within the parameters it can recalculate projections. It's saying that we might see a contraction towards tomorrow's pre-market session. Then after that, we might see the resumption of the uptrend, at least towards Friday, the 6th of February. Then we might see a consolidation towards Wednesday the 11th, and then on the uptrend may resume from there. Currently, nothing to the upside. 652. Yeah, 652 is a downward projection, nothing to the upside. But I think the smaller the models, the smaller the time frame, the higher the projections we might see. Let's see. I think 667 is what we have. Yeah, we have 676, 681, 684. These are new. These are for upper projections. It hasn't printed those. 679, I think is the highest it has printed. 688, 698, 689, 692, 705. These are on its 1 minute chart. Let's have a look at the 2 minute chart. 684, 681, 705, 692, 671. Yeah, I mean, think about any price to the upside. It does have it. I think it's actually cooling off now. The gain is now 14.94%. I think what we can do is also have a look at its market grid on this 4 hour chart. We don't have anything to the upside on this 4 hour chart, but we can use the market grid and find possible prices. I mean, we have already seen prices all the way towards projections all the way towards 705. See what we have. Yeah, let's see. We have 722. I thought 705 was very high because we have here 722 between 615 and 722, and it's currently at 633, 663. Let's see what we have in terms of resistances and supports. So 662 right now. No, no immediate support, but okay. Well, immediate support would be 652, 652, and 652 and 656. He has a decent support around there. But I would say it's between 642 and 642 and 652. He has some support, and then even further below, further down, it has 628. I think where the robust support will be 656 and 652, 656 and 652. Yeah, he has a decent support around there. If it pulls back to yeah, if it pulls back to those sort of levels, then we might see a bounce happening. So ahead of it, it has 681, not much of a resistance. 695, not much of a resistance. Yeah, not much because we haven't seen anything. We haven't seen it being retreated. Okay, but at the same time, we have 641. Yeah, so 64 after 652, 656. There's 642 and 641. They are equally very, very validated or verified resistances, sorry, supports rather. So yeah, well, I said these are not I said I indicated that they're not any resistances. They are resistances, but not. It's just that they are. It hasn't printed at them. It hasn't printed it. It hasn't tested them before. We don't have any probabilities because we don't have the parameters to calculate them. So we can say yes, they are indeed resistances. It hasn't tested them before. The probability of them happening is so minimal, even though the fundamentals and the tailwinds are there. But because we don't have the probabilities, I have to say that indeed they are resistances. So yeah, we'll see how all of this will go, and let's see. Let's come back to the daily chart to see what the market grid is going to tell us. 6-9. Okay, the stock is trading way outside of the market grid on this daily chart. So yeah, 648 is the we have 648 again. We have it here. So the 6 4s are definitely a support. Definitely good support. If it pulls back to those levels, we might see a bounce. So the 6 5s and the 6 4s, variable supports, and then yeah, okay, that's what's going on right now. And just see what you make of SNDK. And thank you very much for watching this video.